Let's do this. Let's call time. Hi, welcome. Today, I want to talk about innovation. So what is innovation? Innovation is to create something new, to be better and more consistent. So let me introduce you to 3 different innovations by creating flavors, preserving flavors, and modifying flavors. So let's begin with the first one, creating flavors. I'd like to share my experience. Last year, December, meeting with Caleb Jordan, a coffee farmer and producer. Throughout his entire time producing coffee, Mr. Caleb has always been finding ways to best represent his terroir. A lot of people understanding it's all about the soil, the microclimate or the varietal. But all these 3 variables only make up to 20 to 30% of how the coffee tastes like. So, what is the remaining balance of 70 to 80%? Now, based on Mr. Caleb, it is the local microbes during fermentation. Now, Mr. Caleb has innovated a new fermenting technique by using kombucha to capture only the specific microbes within his farm to inoculate the fermentation, giving his coffee its very own unique character and distinct flavors. Yeast give fruity flavors and aroma, while acetic acid contribute to a clean cup and also great complexity. Firstly, the whole cherries are hand-picked at its ripest, go through an anaerobic fermentation together with the kombucha for 6 days in a tank, while maintaining the temperature at 16 to 20 degrees Celsius. Now, this is only the phase 1 of the fermentation. The second fermentation is to highlight the complexity and capture all the remaining microbes that would need the oxygen to ferment. The whole cherries is then popped and then dry aerobic ferment together with the pulp and mucilage on raised bed for 17 to 20 days until an 11% moisture content is reached. Also, with kombucha fermentation, these ensure consistent flavors are created from batch to batch, hence best represent Mr. Caleb's terroir. Judges, your coffee today is from Thailand, in the region of Nan, in Manipruk village. It is grown at 1,500 meters above sea level. It goes through a red honey process. Serena varietal. Now Serena varietal is also a varietal that can be found in Caleb Farm. And we chose this particular varietal because it produces only the highest quality coffee cherry, regardless of the nutrients in the soil. And the only difference is the amount of the yield. Judges, your first course today is going to be the espresso. So would you please write this down? Taste balance, medium sweetness, medium acidity, and a medium to low bitterness. Flavor notes, plum, muscovado sugar, and a cacao nibs finish. Tactile, it's medium body, silky mouthfeel, with a very long lingering finish. Judges, please kindly stir your espresso, and the tray right in front of you is for your use spoon. Here you go, judges, please enjoy. Here you go, please enjoy. Here you go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be right back with the next course. Judges, anytime while I'm preparing your coffee, please feel free to go through the info card right in front of you for more details about my varietal, Serena. Judges, I'm now preparing your signature shot for your signature beverage later. Moving on, preserving flavors. Now that we know how all flavors are created, but how do we actually preserve it? It is through the hard work of a roaster. Now let me introduce you to the next person who played this important role, which is my roaster, Ching Yao. Now my roaster always started off with a very safe roast profile for a well-rounded cup. But we found out that with that roast profile, it won't work on Serena because it lacks flavor clarity. Hence, my roaster has innovated a new roast profile where he opts for a faster drying phase to retain the vibrant acidity and flavors, and then prolong the maya to get sufficient sweetness to carry the flavors. Lastly, the development of 20% to get that nice silky mouthfeel and texture to the overall cup in a total roast time of 10 minutes at the end temperature of 202 degrees Celsius. Now, because of the roast profile that's been developed by my roaster, we have managed to retain all the flavor notes that you have tasted in your espresso earlier. And when add with milk, you are guaranteed with these flavor notes. So judges, would you please write this down? Your second course is going to be the milk coffee. Tasting notes: Hong Kong milk tea, caramel, Holly, and a buttery finish. I'm dosing 20 grams in and 20 grams out, which is a 1-to-1 ratio. Now, with shorter extraction, we found out that we extract more of the sweetness from Serena, which will turn into the buttery finish later. Alright, first one for you. Now, I'm serving your milk coffee in a 4-ounce cup size at a milk temperature of 60 degrees Celsius to create a harmonious balance of milk and coffee sweetness.
It's a big job just getting by with a knife.
First one for you, here you go, please. Enjoy.
But I've been a working man dang all my life, and I'll keep on working. Long as my two hands are fit to use. I drink my beer in a tavern, sing a little bit of this world.
Second one for you, here you go, please. Enjoy. Now, just a quick recap. Hong Kong milk tea, caramel, Holly, and a buttery finish. That one for you, here you go, please. Enjoy. Thank you.
Sing a little bit of these working man blues. And I'll sing. Hey, hey, working man like me. Ain't never been on welfare. That's one place I won't be.
And last one for you. Here you go. Please enjoy. So just I'll be right back with the next course.
Hands up into you. Keep on working. I drink my beer in a tavern. Sing a little bit of these working man blues. Come on now, work, work, work.
Welcome back. Now, let's move on to the next section, modifying flavors. This happens at the hand of a barista, which is me. It is my honor here today to be able to present you another aspect of tasting experience. So let's begin. I'm very much inspired by Mr. Caleb's kombucha method, which best represents his terroir, and I would like to share the same experience to you. To taste my cafe terroir by using the same method, I made a kombucha with a tea to water ratio of 1 to 10 and 10% sugar to let it ferment for 7 days, and then goes through a second fermentation by adding 10% of the same exact Serena coffee ground and 10% of sugar to let it ferment for another 2 days. We chose a specific SCOBY for this, which has only been used to cultivate coffee kombucha because it has been producing a very significant floral notes in every coffee kombucha we made. Now, I'm going to add 60 ml of this Serena coffee kombucha into my signature beverage, which will transit into the flavors of cherry blossom later. Now, let's move on to the next ingredient. I realized that watermelon has a very similar sweetness to the coffee mucilage back when I first tasted it at Manipur Village. I get the ripest watermelon, peel and sous vide for 4 hours at 75 degrees Celsius to further cook down the sugar and bring up the sweetness. Now I'm going to use 200 grams of this watermelon. Now, sweetness without vibrancy is just sweetness. Hence, for my last ingredient, we are going to bring up the vibrancy of this watermelon. We have decided to choose local Kalulut honey because of its vibrant acidity. Now, I'm going to combine these together by muddling them to extract all the sweetness from this watermelon.
I'm having the time of my life.
Now I'm going to strain this over.
Ready to settle down. And
Now I'll be using 40 ml of this watermelon honey in my signature beverage.
Cause I'm moving too fast. The slower that we do it now, the longer it's gonna last. And I'm so tired.
Judges, here we have 4 shots of espresso, 20 grams in
Tired.
and 40 grams out. Now with this recipe, we extract the best taste balance and also flavor notes we need for our signature beverage. Now for my final ingredient, I made an aroma spray with 30 grams of rose petal, 60 grams of orange peel, and 60 grams of lemongrass together with 1 liter of water, sous vide for 4 hours at 75 degrees Celsius. I'm going to finish it off with 2 spray.
And you are my pride and joy.
Thank you.
I promise to be a good boy.
Now, tasting notes: cherry blossom, cherry cola, and a bubblegum finish. Here you go, please enjoy. Here you go, please enjoy.
Infatuation.
One last one for you, please enjoy.
Groovy situation. No more.
Thank you.
being alone.
Alright, judges, I hope you enjoyed the little journey of 3 different innovations giving 3 different tasting experience, and I hope to see you again next time. Judges, let's call time!